but he knew that he would rather have jumped into this mystery than get entangled in a mystery he knew he had no chance of solving. Girls. Hello, all you who do, in fact, hail Fredonia. My name is Colin, and this is Salvatore, and today we shall be doing a dramatic reading of Scooby-Doo fanfiction to celebrate 60,000 followers. Well, I'll be the one doing the dramatic reading. It's a cat. The cat can't read, I'm sorry. Oh, and to save you time, rather than this being a reading of one entire fanfiction, this shall be choice excerpts from several of the very best of the best I could find. Enjoy the schadenfreude. Is he still after us, Scoob? Shaggy calls out. Uh-huh, Scooby responds loudly. Suddenly, the two find themselves going up a ramp and then back down. Realizing that they would be crushed if they didn't get off the conveyor belt, Shaggy calls out saying, "Zoinks!" Grab the hook, in fright. Scooby obliged, knowing not to question his owner's judgment on when to do things and when not to do things. "The police?" Scooby-Doo asked, arching an eyebrow. It was an odd expression to see on a dog. Suddenly, as Scooby tries to point it out to him, Shaggy steps onto a skateboard and they end up going up a small toy slide onto the conveyor belt, causing Shaggy's head to break the fragile wood of the barrel, and saw that they were headed straight for sharp instruments that would hurt them, and he jumped in order to avoid it, getting right back on the skateboard. That was one sentence. "Alexis and I got this. You guys keep him busy," Daphne says as she and Alexis follow Velma to the computer room. "What are you doing?" Daphne asks. "Yeah, it's only Patrick," Alexis says. "He wants to ask me out on a date," Velma says. "It's okay to be scared," Daphne says. "I am not scared. I fought werewolves and ghosts, but in the end we usually unmask them and it's a little scared man inside," Velma says. "Well, it's the same thing with dating," says Alexis. "Daphne, are you okay?" Daphne then comes out from by Scooby's butt and finally takes off her green scarf off her mouth and finally says, "I'm so over this damsel in distress nonsense." Where's Shagster?" Fred asks. "Like, I'm right here, man," Shaggy responds, coming out of the pile of Barbie boxes alongside Scooby. It was a dark night, only lit by the light of the full moon. Nights are only lit by the moon, and the full moon is the brightest moon, so... In the distance, a wolf's howl sounded very faintly. Inside the Wow-Wow toy factory, a white ghost-like figure flew around with the one and only purple-loving Daphne Blake in his left arm. The ghost-like figure went right through the shelving units that held dolls, knocking them over in the process. "Let go of me! Ow! Okay, now I really have a wedgie." I pulled my car nervously into a parking spot at the school. In some ways, I couldn't believe that Velma was teaching science classes at the high school when she was only 19. But in other ways, I could see that she was perfect for the job. She was smart, studious, determined, and, well, brilliant. Eye color, violet. Hair color, raven. Hair length, halfway down back. Instrument played in band, guitar and singer. Necklace, a crescent moon amulet that was given to me by mother and father, and it was embodied with my parents' power and strength, and it glows a lot, letting me know something is wrong, and I never take it off. "Daph, you ever have a boyfriend?" asks Daphne's 10-year-old sister Rose, sitting on Daphne's bed. "Yeah, I've gone through quite a few," Daphne replied. Meanwhile, up on an iron set of rails and floor, above the rest of the toy factory, Velma Dinkley and Tiana Moore looked in the direction of the ghost's travel path to find that their friend had indeed been kidnapped by the Luna Ghost. "Call for Fred," Tiana whispers to her best friend. "Jinkies. Fred. Come in, Fred. Fred, can you hear me?" Velma calls into the walkie-talkie. "Fredster here, Velma." "Fredster here, Velms," he answers. Shockingly, Daphne's been captured again. That's okay. When the Luna ghost rounds the corner with Daphne, Shaggy and Scooby will pop out of the barrel, Velma explains, trailing off the end. Then you'll activate the conveyor belt, spilling oil on the floor. Fred finishes for her, knowing the plan like the back of his hand. He had those last 12 words just down pat. He was ready. You know it. Suddenly, the ghost floats down to the floor of the factory below where Velma and Tiana were, giggling while still moving. This surprised the two women who created the plan and caused them to hide and conceal themselves from the ghost who would not stop moving. I'm crazy about Daisy, and I don't know why she wants to talk to me sometimes, he sighed. I'm just a grease monkey, a wrench jockey, an incredibly handsome one, but still I know the score. Tiana then took the glasses from Daphne and gave them back to Velma. Hey, you guys, look. I know I'm just a dude who carries the bags, but it seems to me that we all play an important part of this group. I mean, we're just like a big, delicious banana split. Fred, you're the big banana. Daphne's the pastrami and gum-flavored ice cream. Velma, you're the sweet and sour mustard sauce that goes on top. And Tiana, you're the chocolate sauce that keeps it all balanced by adding some bitterness. Because when it comes to stuff like that, you don't want it to taste too sweet, Shaggy explains. It's just a costume. It's just a costume. We tied it. Let go, Shaggy says as the group let go and the ropes fall off the pterodactyl ghost and it takes flight with the ropes attached to it and the other ends to Scooby and Shaggy as it drags them. We have to save Shaggy and Scooby, Fred says. As usual, Velma says. Mystery Incorporated and Kiss, a man says as he laughs while standing on a board that held glass, making Alexis and the others stop. This is only the first rung on the ladder of your demise, a man says. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, Salvatore, can you explain this? Why are we doing this? Hobbies. Loves to sing, taking walks, enjoys cooking, and likes drawing. Likes drawing, taking walks, and singing. The higher the pedestal, the harder the fall. And Mystery Incorporated and Kiss fell far in the embarrassing debacle that tarnished the reputation of the once great gang. Good riddance, Daphne says before walking off in another direction. I can't take this anymore. Tiana walks off, finally letting out all her emotions that she has held in for so long. Don't go. Come, you guys, don't do this. Please don't go. Shaggy calls out to them. Suddenly they heard someone kicking or hitting at trees. Oh gosh. Oh, okay, come on. You can do this. Come on. Suddenly they heard someone kicking or hitting at trees. It was Tiana. She was not only angry, but depressed. Somehow, some way, she thought helping others would make her feel better, but apparently not. I feel so bad because it was just some 13-year-old girl that wrote this, I'm sure, and she's doing great for her age, and she's trying, but still I have to read it. I have to be the one to read this for you people right now. And I heard someone kicking or hitting at trees. Oh gosh. He brought it, Fred says as he falls over and passes out. Just as the ghost is attacking Fred, Daphne protects him and starts fighting the ghost while Alexis helps protect Velma while she is looking for a way to stop the ghost, soon finding it as she kicks the ghost between its legs. No commas. Not a one. Jinkies. Shaggy, what happened to them? She asked, not sure whether she should be concerned or laughing along with Daphne. Have you two been drinking or what? Shaggy asked Fred and Daphne. Shaggy, drinking at our age is illegal, and neither one of them would break the law. 2 years later, in Virginia, Tiana, There's no comma, it's just Virginia Tiana, was having a big day with a man she thought she would be spending the rest of her life with. It wasn't a huge wedding, seeing as she is an orphan. It wasn't a huge wedding, seeing as she is an orphan, but the man's parents really liked her. The man even doted on her before the wedding, and he even showered her with the love any woman would... I can't read this. And even showered her with the love any woman would want, and more. He knew that he wasn't as sharp at solving mysteries as the others, but he knew that he would rather have jumped into this mystery than get entangled in a mystery he knew he had no chance of solving. Girls. Velma Spaceman really... There's no comma. It's Velma Spaceman. Velma Spaceman really cares about you, but he has a job to do cause of who he is. He set you free because he didn't want you to be hurt if he had to leave and never come back. Spaceman just wants you to be happy. But that won't happen with Patrick. They are... No, sorry. I got that totally wrong. But that won't happen with Patrick. They aren't the same person, Alexa says as she and Daphne help Velma up. Everybody has flaws, Velma. The object of a healthy relationship is to never let the other person know they're there. No! No! Don't do that! Alex, Daph, I really like this guy. What would you do if someone thought that you were some glamorous and mysterious jet-setter? Velma asks. I'd make myself one, Daphne says as she and Alexis help Velma look really pretty as they go off to the... No! That was probably too loud. No! Daphne in this fanfiction is advocating manipulation and lies, and I won't stand for this. I'm sitting. I won't sit for this. If we prove Wickles is behind this, this mystery goes down like a .com and Coolsville digs us again. I see, Green Man said coolly. I, too, lost a loved one, myself, a long time ago. And, like you, I had to understand that moving on was the best course of action, as well. Eight commas. I'm done. I can't take any more of this. I'm gonna overdose on punctuation problems. No, just shut it off. Look at what you did. Look at what you did, 60,000 people. Are you proud of your handiwork? Why do you like the things I do? It makes me have to read 8 commas. Gosh.